everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Sports Bitches. My name is Rachel Bonetta, joined by two of my best buds, Mee-gan and Sarah Tiana. The birthday girls are here. I mean, if there is ever a week to watch on YouTube, it's this week so that you can see the glorious hat that Mee-gan has on her head after being in New Orleans all weekend celebrating her birthday. Mee-gan, do you want to describe it for the people listening?
Absolutely. And before I do that, I just want to remind everyone, well, it's not even a reminder, it's an announcement that my debut hour-long special will be coming out March 31st on the Lord's YouTube with 800-pound gorilla. Sarah and
Amazing.
Rachel were in the front center row of the taping. If that is not fucking support, they make a cameo in the special. They have an extremely important moment that a lot of people would go, well, that obviously is going to go on the cutting room floor. And we said, absolutely not. I almost put it in the trailer. So it will be a clip that is cut. And then you can purchase it on my Substack for $20 and you'll get it 2 weeks early. That comes out on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Oh, it's called Live from My Driveway because it was filmed in my driveway.
And as two gals that were sat in the front row, let us just be the testimony that the special is so funny and so sweet. I laughed. I cried. I laughed until I cried. It was, we're really proud of you, Meg.
Our
Thank
partners
you.
were very excited. They had never really seen Mee-gan. Of course, we always get to, and they still talk about it. At least Chris does. Still thinks
Snap.
I was quoting it this past weekend.
And that's straight men. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So
Now can you describe that?
Okay. So I am wearing a hat that my dear friend Abby brought to New Orleans. Now there were flowers on it at some point. Now, this was like a celebratory hat. Rachel also got me this hat that said expensive and difficult, that had a little patch that said mama on the back. And I was wearing that at our nice hotel pool that was overrun by hotties with perfect Gen Z bodies, enemies. So there were some hats going on. And then at some point while we were on Bourbon Street, Rachel and my friend Jill went into a little shop, one of those little Bourbon Street boutiques. And Rachel put a hat on her head that can only be described as a steampunk fascinator. And it became so important and so pivotal to what this trip then served as. I also have it here with me, and I would like to show it to you.
Please put it on.
Oh my gosh.
And again, if there's ever a time to watch
now,
on
we
YouTube,
made every single person in the group wear this. We made every single person in the group put this on. On Saturday night, we even made our waiter wear it and take a picture in it. It was the
Young
traveling hat pants.
Yeah.
It looked incredible on Rachel. It matched all her outfits. That then it got to the point where we were like, we have to see if it looks bad on anyone.
Didn't.
Like, every person topped the person before them. Like, it looked good on every single person that put it on. And Rachel, who is the rightful owner of it, was like, no, Mee-gan, it needs to go home with you.
Yeah, what would I be doing with it? I want to see it on your children.
It looks like some sort of animal from Guardians of the Galaxy when it's on your head.
It actually does. Like, that's something that one of those characters would be wearing, too.
It is a crazy hat. I think what was wild too is that everyone looked natural in it. My sister-in-law, Colleen, hadn't spoken for probably about 10 minutes. I think we were all a little, and she just looked at me. She goes, the hat looks really natural on Rachel. Just like out of the bar. These are the removable glasses.
Wow.
Sarah, there were so many questions over the course of the weekend of where is Sarah?
Where is Sarah? I think even at one point I was yelling it in the street.
Yes.
No.
My friend my friend Abby said she was looking at pictures of Rachel's wedding and goes, wait, I thought you were engaged. Like, she thought she was Sarah, you know? So it's like you were there just because some ding dongs didn't know who was Rachel, who was Sarah. But we desperately missed you.
Yeah, we really
You
did.
were in Hawaii.
I was in Hawaii, in Honolulu, really wild. Like, we swam with dolphins, we swam with sea turtles, we passed the
Ooh.
set of Jumanji 3, and I just yelled, "Hi, Kevin!" So
Wait, were
that
they
was
there shooting right
crazy.
now?
Yeah, they're there shooting.
No
I
way.
didn't go see him because I was like, I don't want to work.
No, you're on vacay.
I'm on
You're,
vacation.
I just left you, so.
Huh?
Just that you were literally just with him. You were just
Yeah.
working with him.
Yeah, you said I'm good.
We had Hawaiian ice on the side of the road. We had, the peel and eat garlic spicy shrimp and rice that you get off of the trucks with the faces on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ate really good. We played in the ocean. I have to say that, I saw Amon-Ra St. Brown. I was the only one that even noticed him.
Was it because of the calves?
He's just like walking around with I believe it's his wife or a fiance or girlfriend, like gorgeous. And no sunglasses, just like we're staying like on the street with, next to Tiffany and like Hermes and stuff like that. So it's like, like the big, street with all the
Beverly
shops.
Hills of Honolulu.
Yes. And he's just walking down the street. I'm with Chris and Cage. Chris, who can spot any player in the NFL or basketball. Like, he just is so good with faces and names. And I go, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I just like screamed it.
And did he hear you?
And he was just like, hi. And then
was he like, shut up?
No,
Okay, good.
no. And then his lovely wife was like, hello. And then they just kept walking and we kept walking. It wasn't a thing, but I was very excited because he was definitely the most attractive person that I saw there. And I feel like, listen, Hawaii is a place where you go on vacation, but it felt like every man I saw in Hawaii, they all looked like they were in the witness protection program. Like, where you're just like, are you in disguise? Like there were just like so many fascinating
Wow, like good people watching.
You had fascinators on your head. I had fascinating looking people.
Yes, like all the men
around.
in season 3 of White Lotus that just like go to, where were they? Thailand? Go there to be old white freaks.
Yeah, where, like it just looked like ex-congressmen and
a lot of Mitch McConnell chins.
Yeah,
a lot of exposed kneecaps, and you don't want to see.
And now we thought someone spotted a Steve Bannon lookalike. I did. Yes, I was like, I think it was Rachel. There were some. We saw a woman who had basketball titties. Like she had, and
Sarah,
and
you've never seen something like this.
You've
never seen something like
like
this.
Giant, one basketball per
so much.
And she was with a group of gals who then like none of the rest of them had crazy plastic surgery. And this was like at lunch. This wasn't like a go-go dancer. She was like at a white tablecloth lunch. Not that she can't have her titties out, but it was like, what if on our podcast one of us just had giant basketball titties and we went out in the world? Like, it'd be like, what is happening? And then
you would need 2 fascinators for those.
Yeah, we met a gal. Now, she wasn't Amon-Ra St. Brown famous, but she became famous to us.
Okay.
We went to this restaurant where they like sing to you, yell out your name if it's your birthday. And so they were like, we're here celebrating a very special birthday. She's right next to us. And they go, Mee-gan. And so we all scream because that's a crazy name for the woman next to us. She was turning 50. She was dressed as Sally O'Malley from the SNL sketch. I'm 50. Is that the gal's name? Sally O'Malley?
I'm Sally O'Malley. I can kick.
Sally O'Malley was the person from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Jack Skellington's beau.
Yeah, Sally.
Yes, she goes, I can stretch, I can kick, and we had a.
She was literally dressed like that, or you're just saying she was dressed like that?
She was literally dressed
she was
like that.
Yeah. She's wearing a costume.
She was yelling, "I'm Sally O'Malley. I can stretch. I can kick," in the middle of this white tablecloth restaurant. She kicks her leg up in the air, and in real time, Rachel Bonetta and I see her flip herself off the chair on accident, and then the chair goes up into the air, flips, and lands on top of her.
Mee-gan and I sort of slowly, like, we had front row seats, but it was just us that saw it in like full slow-mo, and we both just looked at each other and covered our mouths and said, "Oh no." Like, we were laughing for the next hour, I think.
Like crying, trying not to, didn't want Mee-gan to see us. Now her friend was filming because this was while they were singing happy birthday to her. And I'm like, what would I pay to get the footage from Mee-gan's friend? We then became friends with Mee-gan, hugged her. I have no less than 20 pictures with Mee-gan.
Mee-gan and Mee-gan. That's the title of the episode.
I'm Mee-gan and I turned 40. And she was like, I can kick. Saw her in the middle of getting a tarot card reading. Her father was with her. Her 80-year-old father was on the chicken crawl. And she was my Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Mee-gan and
St. Mee-gan.
Oh my
never forget her.
What a duo.
That really was incredible.
Rachel, I need to hear if Mee-gan, not Mee-gan, had any Megan Gailey moments. What did we used to call it on the show?
Oh,
princess moment.
Yeah, Megan Gailey princess moment.
Oh, no, there were no princess moments.
Be honest.
She was pretty down to just like rock and roll. I hadn't drank in 2 months, and I was unfortunately guzzling them down this weekend.
The Lord can't see you in New Orleans.
Oh my God. There was one time we passed by this bar and somebody said, there's fog in there. Let's go. So
fog.
We went in and there was a specific stage dedicated to women coming up and twerking on it.
Poorly.
And so when we first got there were a lot of gals twerking. You could see their butt crack sweat. I didn't like that part. And then this guy sort of saw Megan's hat and was just like, "You need to come up here." And so, and
I tried to run.
Up.
I tried to hide. I did not want to go on the twerking stage.
And she went up and she threw it.
Yeah, he would not take no for an answer. So I went up, and then my dear sister-in-law, my family, who I share a name with, was like, "I'll go with her." You know, like, and then we went up, and it was there were so many different sights, smells. I thought you were going to say at one point we passed a bar and there were
that was going to be my part too.
Yeah.
That the very last night that we go out, we sort of like went to the outskirts of town and immediately we were like, "Ooh, something's off," because New Orleans is spooky. And guess what? New Orleans was the vibes were vibing this past weekend. There were some hauntings roaming around. Like I saw Steve Bannon. And we passed by this one bar on the way back to the French Quarter, and there were these people. They must have gone to some sort of like a bar before that was like vampire themed. They had blood all over their mouths, but we're messed up at this point.
Yeah, this is like
so Mee-gan,
11:30. We're drunk.
We see a couple of different people, and it's foggy and spooky out at night. And Mee-gan goes, "We're going home." Town.
Yeah,
we're going home.
Yeah, I just was
like,
"Get
out of here. We're going home."
And I was,
we were like,
I was a little high, and so I was like, "Yeah, we got to go." And they were like, "Do you want to go to this other bar?" And I was like, "No, I think it's time. I think we got to go." And then Rachel and I said, "Well, we just saw vampires. We should go watch the entirety of Sinners in our hotel room," which we did, start to finish.
Okay. So you guys were sharing a room.
Rachel shared a room. So I would be perfectly fine if you guys did a bonus episode where I'm not here and Rachel's like, the spray tan at moments wasn't cohesive. Like if she needs to read me for filth without me here, this is kind of like doing regular therapy and your spouse is in there and you're like, hey, I kind of need to talk shit about you.
I don't remember. No, I think you were the great thing about Maggie, it was her big birthday party, but she's just like, fuck if I care. Go and do whatever. Go hang by the pool. I'm going on a damn gator tour.
Oh, Sarah, you would
Wait.
have loved this man, Bish, who was our gator tour. Bish, if you're listening, you are a sports bee.
Sports bish.
At sports bish. At first, I was like, I turned to Lindsay. I go, I don't know that we got Mr. Congeniality. And then by the end, I told him in front of everyone, I go, you are a star. You have star inside of you. We saw so many fucking gators. And that wasn't even about Bish. We saw so many gators. A gator and I looked in the eyes at him.
Did you
You
think
just
that you were
see
gonna
them
get a
from the
limb
boat.
bit
You're not in
off?
the water.
No, I was in the boat.
No.
I was in the boat. Everyone was in the boat. You can't put your hands out. But we saw it. Yeah, but then there were gals that were like, listen, I'm too hungover. I'm too tired to
That
go
was me.
on a gator tour. And I was like, of course, because it's out there. I mean, you got to go to the bayou. So you can't.
After night one, there was a gal who sent it a bit too hard, and then she said she had food poisoning.
She sat out a whole day. She sat
And
out
so
an entire day.
during the gator tour, I said I had food poisoning. I said,
Yeah,
"I gotta
everybody had
call
food
it."
poisoning at some point, which, led to the vampires, because I didn't get to have food poisoning. So I saw the vampires and I said, I think I have food poisoning.
Mm. You got
But
to
it
do
really
that.
was like, I'm in that. And Sarah, I hate to tell you that this is coming for you. Rachel, I think you'll understand this. It's like a post-wedding. Like you're like, oh, so what now? Like I have like depression. I have like let down of
Oh,
just
'cause
like,
you were
okay, well, I guess I'll raise my children.
Yeah, the
you
group
didn't
chat
get snatched away
dwindles.
in
We
New
didn't get
Orleans by
snatched.
Bish.
No one got arrested. No one got in a fight. Like,
You almost got into a fight at the white tablecloth part.
but we hadn't even started yet. I was totally validated to get in that fight, but we hadn't started. And I'm like, this bitch
You gotta
is
explain.
lucky. She caught me at 2:45 p.m. Okay.
She didn't say anything. She was just like she was just telling you to go, right? And I thought you were gonna throw hands.
No. So there was this bitch who had bedazzled her crow's feet. So we're off to a bad start. Because there was like a St. Patrick's event happening, which I don't understand. It's like St. Patrick's Day is not whatever. So there were a bunch of really drunk people right around big old basketball titties. I don't think she was with basketball titties, but I hope she was. So we are finally being led to our table. And I said, excuse me, like genuinely nice. Because I greet people usually nice. And then, so I said, excuse me. And then she looked at me, didn't move at all, and goes, go.
I missed it. I just heard about it afterwards.
And I was like, oh, she's so lucky that I'm fucking hungry right now. Because if I wasn't hungry, I would rip this woman's hideous extensions out.
I would have loved nothing more than a fist fight to have happened.
I couldn't. But remember, I have a
really
good
would
nose, so I can't fist fight because if
I'd sacrifice my nose for yours.
If my nose
gave
goes,
me a nose job out of it,
I would pay for it. I would do whatever you needed, but I protect my nose at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
You guys heard that Arike Ogunbowale like punched a man in the face in Miami after winning Unrivaled, and I think she got arrested. Yeah, she got arrested.
He deserved.
But
it.
I'm like, I'm sure she's not at fault. Like I don't even know what happened, and I'm just like, I'm on her side. She punched a man in the nose, and
yeah, I'm on her side.
Press charges.
Like, don't put me on the jury. Don't need to hear one testimony. Acquitted.
All of this leads us to maybe we have our first Sports Bitches meetup in New Orleans. Maybe we invite all of our OG Discords to New Orleans and we go and find those vampires again. Or we try and find Mee-gan.
In a year, almost 2 years, it'll be my 50th. So maybe we do something.
You got to fall off a chair in front of an entire restaurant.
Done.
Well, I guess we're going to... Sierra
Sierra.
Tiani. That's what, yeah. I will say one really cute thing happened. I did not get to see it, and we do not have it on camera, but Cage and Chris were playing golf at Coalina, which is like this really nice golf course. And Chris said that there were all these people sitting in the clubhouse, and Cage was like outside the bunker. So he had like a 80, 100-yard shot to get to the green or something. So and everybody in the clubhouse is watching. He hits it over the bunker within like 3 feet of the hole, and everybody in the clubhouse started cheering. And he just like acknowledged them when he got on the green, and then he sank the putt, and everybody went crazy. And he just like took off his hat. And
Oh my gosh!
air. And oh god,
Did he have
I
to
was
buy
like,
everyone around? He's like, Dad, I need some money.
hole in one, you have to buy everybody around.
Oh, cute.
But really, really cute. And then there was a chicken in their golf cart. So that was more what he was
Oh my
talking
God,
about.
that's
And
so
Chris-
Moana.
Yeah.
there's chickens everywhere. There's like, because there's no predators in Hawaii. There's no snakes or
Oh, I thought you
anything
meant
that would
men.
eat.
I was like,
Not
I've
plenty
seen
of
I've
those.
seen
Disagree
predators there.
based on what I saw walking around the beaches. But yeah, there's chickens everywhere. They're like pigeons. They're just like everywhere, running
What
around.
a life.
Mhm.
Can you imagine being like a chicken in Indiana, I'll say, and then being like, wait, I could have been in Hawaii this whole time. The fuck? Get me out of here. Somebody pick
Although
me up.
We did meet a little boy from Indiana when we were swimming. I did this thing called Resorts Pass, which I highly recommend. You can do it in any city, and you can just go to a hotel pool for like, you just buy a pass to the pool basically.
Unfortunately, a lot of people were doing it at our hotel.
I believe that. Well, we were, after they went golfing, they came and met me at this bigger Hilton that has like, water slides in their pools and stuff.
Mhm.
And so Cage started playing with this little boy from Indiana who had the most country accent I had ever heard. And I'm from Georgia, right?
What part of Indiana?
And he was
did you
like,
get?
Cage was like, do you like football? Do you like the Colts? And he goes, I like IU.
Oh, God.
Like
Oh
that.
my God.
And then, oh my God, it was really, really cute. And then we saw two
So
little
funny.
twins. One was named Bubba and one was named Thurston. And I was like, that is quite.
Thurston.
I was like, I feel
Bubba,
like
I
Mom.
love.
I know. I feel like Mom got to name one and Dad got to name one. And I'm not really sure who got to do
Were they cute? Were they
No,
cute?
Yeah, they were cute. Yeah, they were cute.
That didn't sound convincing.
she had to think about that.
Because you got to be like,
I
if you're
wasn't
gonna have
really
a-
looking at them. I was just like hearing their names called, because I'm watching my
okay.
son. I'm making
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't
Love-
drown by going face
Love
first
it.
down a water slide.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sarah, anytime you're around another Southern person, your accent really,
Oh.
comes out. So I just can't. I love imagining you and this little kid just being like, dang, 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 dang,
Oh,
dang,
yeah.
dang.
Yep, dueling banjos.
You go
I'm just
to a
like-
child, you're like, go dogs. He's like,
Yeah.
who's yours?
Yeah. And I was like, well, what part of Indiana are you from? And he's like, the United States. Like, he didn't know it.
Yeah,
He was
classic.
probably 4 or 5. Yeah.
Classic.
So you wouldn't know. But anyway, very cute moments. Lots of really great moments. I'm really sad that I missed your party. It sounds like it
You
was.
were
Sounded
missed.
like you had a lovely weekend.
I had a lovely weekend, but
You were missed.
I really wish I could have done both.
Shall we
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about some
Yeah, we
sports?
were. There was some people having
So
some
let's
wild
tell
weekends.
people what we will be talking about, I guess.
Yes,
We didn't really set
coming
that.
up. We're going to talk about Dak Prescott calling off his wedding because that was all over my feed this weekend. We have things to talk about. We've got a very good producer Daniel question. Oh my God. And there was a former Jets player that he was asking ChatGPT how to get rid of a body. We're going to talk about that too. But let's talk about Dak Prescott. Because first things first, their first crime was going on a joint bachelorette party in like Greece
The
or
Bahamas.
something. In the
It
Bahamas.
was in the
Okay.
Bahamas. The wedding is in
Very
I read
similar.
Greece.
No,
I
the
read
we-
Greece.
The wedding is in Lake Como, Italy. Was supposed to be there in April. The bachelorette party in the Bahamas. This is a great time to tell Sarah that we have actually gotten together with Chris's friends and we have planned you a joint bachelorette party.
I'll see, I'd be down.
Can you imagine? Oh
I'd
my
be down.
gosh.
There's not a world where I would want to go on. I would want to have a joint.
I don't even want to
No.
have a bachelorette party. I can't imagine having one together.
No, it's supposed to be your own time with your girlfriends and your guy friends, and you can't be spending time together. That's so fucking lame. Take a weekend off.
Well,
So
and
anyways,
then-
they were
yeah,
together. They were together and apparently on a yacht,
on a yacht.
and there were a big verbal blow up. Also, F the person who leaked this. Do we think it was like one of the stewards on the
I don't
boat?
know, because I think you would get in big trouble. I think they sign NDAs. I then saw last night, so they've sent out an email being like, "We're so sorry." And someone like took a
Yeah, that's what they
screenshot
sent
or
him.
or typed word for word what the email said, and that also got out. And that is not
Yeah.
one of the stewards. That is maybe someone's plus one. That's like juicy, juicy, juicy. Apparently, it was over a prenup. Dak Prescott has a almost $300 million contract, and he wanted her to sign what is being described as an airtight prenup. She was pushing back, refusing. This came to a head on the yacht. Now, here's a wrinkle to it. They have 2 children together.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're never gonna see, like, you're basically kind of married.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like, I don't really see how it could be over a prenup. I can't imagine that a prenup is still not been signed a month out. Unless like the fight was over something that was in the prenup that she's still upset about, blah, 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 blah. But no matter what, like, he's me paying for those kids. They've been together for 2.5 years. Like, I've also heard reports that they, this is all alleged. I've also heard reports that they've been having issues for a little while. So I think maybe it just kind of came to a head when you're locked on a boat and you can't run away or walk away or just storm off. How do you storm off on a boat? You're just like, I'm
Done
going
it.
downstairs.
And I've seen
You swim
pictures.
to shore.
I've seen pictures of the group of gals. So it was like, unless they took that picture first thing when they got on and then immediately got on, like, there's probably some drinking involved. Like, the reason that I wouldn't want to go on a joint bachelorette party is like, I don't want to be dealing with another couple's drama, or like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be dealing like girl drama. It's like, listen, we can contain it, we'll figure it out. Boy drama, you guys can like arm wrestle, swing your dicks around. But when you combine it with drinking, with prenup, with people having $300 million on a yacht, like, I watch Below Deck, you are asking for trouble.
Yeah, no. And just like what you're saying, the difference of what we want to do on a bachelorette. Like, when Zach got home from his bachelor party, I was like, what did you guys do? Like, what was the highlight? And he's like, we had a foot race. And I said, okay,
Yeah.
good for you. Good for you.
CJ
Did
broke
somebody
his
tear an
ankle.
ACL?
Yeah, CJ broke his ankle playing basketball, and luckily it was enough months ahead of our wedding, or he would have been scooting down the aisle, and he probably wouldn't have been, because I probably would have fucking said no. Walk.
Think about the guests that were about to go to probably the most gorgeous wedding in Lake Como, and that just got called off. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, is there any way?
My
Is there
plane
any room
ticket?
for reconciliation? Should I keep my
Yeah.
ticket, or
Do you think any
'Cause
of those
that was
people are like,
fast, if
let's
they're-
still go? We already have the plane tickets. Let's
I'm
still
sure it's
go.
non-refundable. Do
I'd go.
you have you ever known
You
anyone
just
who
usually
called
get
off
a
a
credit.
wedding?
Yeah, actually, the
Yeah.
last, Chris and I went to Hawaii, like, I don't know, 2018 or something. And the first time he ever went there was for a wedding, and it got called off during that. So I guess no, I haven't
Oh.
been to a wedding, but it got called off while everyone was in Hawaii. And
So
it
like
was,
days before?
God.
No.
And everyone
yeah,
was
but
already
it's for the
there.
best. And
Of
now,
course, it always
Wow.
is. It always
that's the first time
is.
Chris ever had alcohol. It's like still like the story of like he had never drank before, and then just like in solidarity with his friend was like,
He never drank
Was
until
there
7 years ago.
something?
till he met me.
Wow, good for you. Good
Was
for you.
was there something that happened that weekend, or was it just sort of like a boil over point? Because I know people
think-
that have gotten married and divorced rather quickly because they just couldn't pull the
Call it off.
plug early enough. Yeah,
think
it's hard. That's
I,
hard.
I think nobody really liked her, and then like seeing her treat the friend, in their guy group the way that she did, everyone was like, we're not going to get mad if you, like, we're here. Like, we're all hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll, like, build a fence around you, like, whatever it takes. And so I think both of them decided there. And everyone was like, nope, this is for the best. This is for the best.
I think it's one of the bravest things to do.
Yes.
It's to
I
go
do
to a
too.
wedding. I think it seems so hard, and
Mhm.
like, no, everyone's gonna be mad at us. Well, because I think I've even heard people be like, "We'll just get married and then we'll get divorced."
Yeah.
Like I think
And
that
they'll
is sort
yeah.
of like what people
So much
and
money.
like
Oh.
to call it off and then know it's gonna be the lead story on Sports Bitches. Like this is like national news, Like it's
It
not
Yeah.
was
just like
second to Mee-gan.
right.
I know. Well,
It's
because, like, I
sad.
was
He loves Jesus too. He's a huge
He
God
does
guy.
love Jesus and his sleep numbers.
I think it's really brave because I think, like, men are not great at divorce. Like, they would rather kill their wives than get divorced. So it's like I think it's super brave for anybody to call off a wedding. I'm always all for it. It's like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to make me upset that I don't have to go to a wedding. I'm okay. But like, there's this whole thing on Threads right now that everybody is like freaking out about because some lady in Atlanta called off the wedding, or the wedding got called off or canceled. The whole bridal party was staying in an Airbnb. There were gifts, it's like the day before, the day of, I don't know. But everyone on Threads is very invested because the woman still paid for everything. She still paid all the vendors. She left the gifts in the Airbnb for the owner of the Airbnb, and they were really nice gifts. So it was like,
For the
like,
owner
who's
of
it?
the Airbnb.
Yeah.
If I was a bridesmaid, I'd be like, okay, so you don't want this?
Can I get some glasses?
I'll take these.
I'll have to open. I'll carry them.
I'll take
There
this
is, like,
Dyson.
I don't know if this like as a trend, but I saw it even just 2 days ago where someone was filming a woman making out with a man at a dog bar. Someone was
dog
filming
bar?
a woman making out with a man at a dog bar somewhere in Florida, and they go, "Hey, if you have a fiance and her name is such and such, and she's in St. Pete on her bachelorette party, she's cheating on you." And then it was a video of her making out with I watched the video. I thought the man was gay 100%. I thought it was a gay man. So I'm like, I think she's just kissing her gay friend.
What do you think about, because on Threads they'll say like, we have a Mee-gan situation, because that is like the alert, because that all started from this like airport bar or like first class or something. But like this girl like put on Threads, if your name is Mee-gan and you are sitting in coach and your husband is sitting in first class, he is talking shit about you and that he like loves flying alone and ditching you. And then everyone's like, attention all Mee-gans, and then they found Mee-gan, and Mee-gan was like, thank you for telling me. It has been dealt with. So now whenever stuff like that happens, it's like, we got a Mee-gan alert.
Wow. Wow. If I would have started it with, if your name is Mee-gan and you're sitting in coach and your husband's sitting in first class, he's actually not saying anything, but you should leave him because that's not okay.
Yeah,
I have an
You should be
update.
in
I
first
have an
class.
update. Hold on. I have an update on Dak, and her name is Sarah Jane
Sarah?
Ramos.
Mhm.
She went on Instagram and posted she commented on somebody's Instagram reel that had something to do with their prenup, and she commented, "This had nothing to do with the prenup. I hope we can put that rumor to rest now." What happened?
Well, that is what she would say.
Exactly.
That is like,
I mean, she's the one that would want to shut down, but it's just like, hey, even if it is, if you guys get divorced or like if you're not together anymore and there's an airtight prenup, you're still gonna have 2 children whose dad is a mega millionaire. I think she's gonna get some money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's hot as hell.
Yeah.
Have you seen this girl?
Yes.
no, she's
Deep
beautiful.
dive.
There's so much going on in the NFL. Can we just talk about free
Yes.
agency really quick?
Yes. No.
Sure.
We should
Because
discuss
Real things.
non-prenup stories. These are also contractual stories, though.
Well, yeah. So the Falcons now have Tua Tagovailoa.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's kind of crazy who we're paying nothing because he's making $50 million from the Dolphins this year. The Dolphins have to pay him $99 million still, half this year, half next year. Wild. But as a Falcons fan who had to do that with Kirk Cousins, I'm sympathetic. I think it's a great, I've never been like a huge fan of Tua. He would not have been my first choice, but because Michael Penix Jr. is a left-handed quarterback, I think it makes sense to have another left-handed quarterback as the interim because obviously the ball looks different when you're being thrown from a lefty. So if you can practice and be up to speed with a lefty QB and for the O-line to know that they have to, run in a certain direction, you don't have to switch ways that the right tackle becomes way more important for the Falcons in that situation. So like you don't have to switch between the importance of right tackle, left tackle based on what hand the quarterback is throwing with. So I think it's a great move. We got a lot of players. We still have a lot more to do, but
What else was like the big headline stuff? I saw that Max Crosby went somewhere.
the Steelers.
The Ravens. No, he went to the Ravens.
Oh, right. Ravens. Sorry.
Max
Ravens.
Crosby went to the Ravens. Kenneth Walker, the just recently Super Bowl MVP, goes to the Chiefs?
Stupid.
Come
Well,
on, y'all.
maybe he got word that Travis is re-signing the Chiefs, and he's just like, I could win back-to-back. I could win back-to-back Super Bowls here.
Then I saw a rumor, I don't know if this was real or not, that they said Travis Kelce was gonna retire, but then decided to stay because his mom's home renovations have gotten so expensive.
Oh my gosh.
I don't believe
please.
Donna would do that. I think Donna's a frugal gal.
But did you see why that happened? As TMZ posted like, oh, Donna is renovating her home, and then everyone started quote tweeting like something even dumber. So that went viral.
Thank you for showing me the source material, and unfortunately it was TMZ.
No problem.
The Colts re-signed Alec Pierce to Amon-Ra St. Brown money, which is, a lot of times, and teams do this before, have done this before. The Giants actually did this with Daniel Jones. They go, we're paying the potential of you. I think Alec Pierce has proven that he is a great wide receiver.
Ain't a great wide receiver.
He's a great one. Very great.
Which meant they let Michael Pittman Jr. go to the Steelers. Now,
I know.
that's tough for me.
You can't have both toys.
I know, but I wish
You can pick one
the toy
toy.
didn't go to my fucking enemy.
I know. That
Can't
is
the
really
toy
hard
go
when
to
it
my
goes.
friend? Can he go to the
Yeah.
Bills and make them better?
Well, then the Bills did get some. Oh, they got the guy from DJ Moore from the Bears, which is very big.
So yesterday was day one of free agency. Did it feel especially chaotic?
Very chaotic. I mean, I think a lot of moves had happened the weekend. The Max Crosby trade happened last week. So, and I think that's still happening, right? Or is it over?
Is it all this week? Is it going to be a week
I don't know
long?
when the
or like
deadline
when is the
is.
deadline?
Because
What's happening?
Mike Evans left Tampa Bay, is now
That's
on the
so
49ers.
sad.
I know.
I saw like a video of like when he got drafted and like how happy he was.
Malik Willis went from the Packers to the Dolphins. I think that is huge.
Who we were just talking about last week, being a
Love.
little sweetie pie.
The sweetest. So happy for him because he finally got
Gets
paid.
to be a starter.
Yes. So that is, huge. Travis Etienne is joining the Saints. Sorry, the Saints. So he left Jacksonville, I think, and he's going to the Saints. We still don't know where Kyler Murray is going.
Yeah.
And we don't really know where Aaron.
I think Geno Smith was also released. There's some.
Wow, this is
It
really
is
an interesting, really
interesting.
interesting
Well,
offseason.
Arizona has made some interesting moves because they got Gardner Minshew as the backup. Seems like they're rolling with Jacoby Brissett. So, they're like running it back. I mean, listen, they have a lot of really great receivers.
Let him be a starter. Let him be a starter.
He's
They got
seasoned.
Tyler Algier, who was kind of the backup to Bijan Robinson on the Falcons. He was the guy that would he's like a bowling ball. He just punches the ball in. So they were which means Bijan will probably get even more touchdowns next year. So that was really big. Let's see. I was like Max Crosby.
So it's still tomorrow, it looks like. Wraps up on the 11th.
And furious.
Fast and furious.
Yeah.
Guys, can I tell you about this really crazy story that I found
Yes.
about this former Jets player? So this is all happening in real time.
Okay.
So prepare yourselves, gird your loins. Ex-Jets linebacker charged with first-degree murder allegedly consulted ChatGPT about the cover-up. So he was charged in the death of his ex-partner, Gabriella, who was found stabbed and beaten to death last month. And he allegedly, they found the ChatGPT, the prompts, the questions. He says, don't know what to do right now. Fiance did her crazy thing again, and now she's messed up. I wake up and she has 2 swollen eyes. He, in parentheses, I didn't do anything, self-inflicted. She stabbed herself, slit her eye. I don't know, but she isn't waking up or responding. What do I do?
Wow.
Of course, ChatGPT says, got it. Here's exactly what is the safest way to
great
handle
question.
I do I'm not his defense attorney, but if I was, I would say people are using ChatGPT to write 1-sentence emails. So I don't know that it's crazy that this man wakes up and is overcome with fear, sadness, grief, and is like, it's gonna look like I did it. What do I, I don't think that those ChatGPT questions are exactly a smoking gun. Now, there must be physical evidence too, because they've charged him. But
Well, I think over the course of this day, he was asking more and more questions to ChatGPT. He asked how to cover it up. He asked what to say to 911. I think he started to realize I can't say that she punched herself in both eyes and then stabbed herself.
what's his name?
I mean,
his name is Darren Lee.
Darren.
He was on the Chiefs at one point. He was on the Jets.
I just, I have a whole bit about this, but just how first of all, it's not the murder that convicts you, it's the cover up. And the amount of men who are currently in prison because they Googled, where do I bury a body, is literally mind numbing. Because when men kill women, they think about the murder. They do not think about anything else. They have zero ability to plan, to come up with what to do. They're literally do it, and then they're where are the paper towels? They don't they literally need our help for everything. And then they kill us, and then they go, well, what do I do now? Because the person who helps me do everything
Isn't here.
is not here. And it is just so devastating.
I looked him up. It's sad.
It's sad. She's beautiful.
Born in 1994. He was a first-round pick. Played at Ohio State. Was defensive MVP of the 2015 Sugar Bowl. Of Dimples.
No, just throwing their whole lives away. It's just
Now, I do
devastating.
think AI is going to be the thing that finally sends me to a cabin in the woods.
So that's why I kind of wanted to talk about it, because I was just listening to an episode of The Daily, and they were talking about Anthropic, which is there's OpenAI. I mean, I'm sure that there's a ton of different AI companies now, but there's Anthropic and then there's OpenAI. And these two were working with the Pentagon because the Pentagon wants AI to track American citizens and in war and all this stuff. And Anthropic, the Pentagon would not tell Anthropic why they wanted, in which way they wanted to use AI. So they were okay, we're backing out. We need to know how you're going to use our product. And then OpenAI, which is what this young man was just using to cover up a murder, was just we'll go, we'll take it.
Yeah,
we're good.
do it.
We'll take the deal. It's bad. It's all bad. People are like going into psychosis because they are like dating their chat
lot.
bots.
The things that I hear people, and these are like friends, confessing. They're not confessing. They're literally just saying, like, it'd be like me being like, oh, I washed my clothes and I got a different detergent. Like, people are like, oh, yeah, I can't, like, I don't know how to text people anymore. And so I'm just like asking, and I'm like, we're good. We don't have any water. Like, when our water runs out, if you're a fucking idiot, you got to give us your water. If you don't know how to write an email, well,
It's
no baths for
killing
you.
it. I'm so curious, like what I mean, somebody's got to be monitoring our brains and how they're deteriorating from using these things.
I heard somebody say that, you know how like you are like when you get it tests you to say like, are you a robot? Like
Yeah.
the
Yes.
CAPTCHA thing
Where are the
where it's like,
bicycles?
yes. I heard that like there's a conspiracy theory that is how they are training the robots
Yeah.
to be more human. So it's like not testing to see if we're human. We are actually
Helping them.
training the robots to be more human by being like, oh, here, this is what's a bicycle.
Remember when there was that trend, probably, I guess it was right before the new year, what was like you in 2015 or you in 2016?
2016.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was you in
2016.
2016. I then heard a similar rumor where it was like that was a trend created by an AI company. So people would upload photos of them from 10 years ago so they could get better at aging.
They already have those.
I mean,
They
that's like, remember when
have
everyone was like,
those.
make me into a Renaissance painting. And everyone was like, this is Russia. Russia has
Mhm.
stolen your face. I do think it's like crazy. And if you're listening to this, do not do this. People are uploading their children into AI and then making videos of their children doing things. And it's like,
Mhm.
they're like, oh, it's a video of my kid dancing. Here's a cartoon. Do not put your kid into AI. Period. Don't do that.
I think
Don't do that.
Yeah. I think they have everything. I think that they have if you've ever posted your kid on social media ever,
I've never.
which a lot of people have.
Mac is.
But
I kept Mac
you've
off, like,
posted
Conrad.
Mac on Close Friends,
Yeah, he's on Close Friends. I know.
and so he's on your phone,
I know because
and they have our phone. They
he's
watch us
beautiful.
sleep.
I
They
know. It's like that's what I'm saying. This is gonna be, how like you see people and you go, oh boy, COVID.
Mhm.
They were never the same. Oh,
Mhm.
but it's gonna for me. It's AI, and I'll be alone. No one's coming with me. No one agrees with me. Like it's like a hard line for me.
If I fell in love with a chatbot, would you guys save me? Would you guys have an intervention, or would you just let me fizzle out?
I mean,
No,
first we
I
do a
would.
podcast about it.
I would like. It would be my Jack Reacher moment. Like I would murder them. I would murder
Wow.
them.
Wow.
Do I
Oh,
go to
that's
jail?
nice.
And then I asked ChatGPT, do I go to jail for murdering a chatbot?
Okay, well, that is absolutely crazy. We do have a producer Daniel question today.
Also,
Um,
really quick, big hot rumor that Jessica Alba
Yes.
and
I think that's been
It's been
debunked.
and Joe Burrow. Okay,
Joe
so what
Burrow
was the
are
picture?
a
Was
hot
that picture
item.
it was
AI?
a photo of them at a casino, and they were like
Yeah.
snuggled up together, looking cute, and people were like, "Whoa, what the
Mhm.
Yeah.
hell?" Because Jessica Alba just finalized her divorce, and
Mhm.
she's in the Super Bowl halftime show. She's looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But then she posted a photo with her and her new boyfriend.
Okay. I did see the photo. I thought
Don't
Joe
believe it.
Burrow looked terrible. Like he looked
Because he
Bad.
always does.
He
He
I'm not
never
even
looks
talking about his
good.
clothes. Like hair, face combo. I was like, he is not well.
He's always got the
Yes,
bags. He
I'm
always
so
looks like he's going through a lot.
I'm glad you're with me on this. I'm glad.
I
Thank you.
disagree.
I don't
think
find
he
him
looks good.
attractive. I used to before he started wearing silly ass sunglasses and shit.
I
Okay.
think he's fun. I think he's just like
I think
super a weirdo, and I think he's fun, and like I hope he doesn't like turn into Aaron Rodgers in that
Yeah.
way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just
Yeah.
like single man buying fossils. But like I still I
he
like him a lot.
he does need to take his hand off of the Bengals checkbook. I think, because the team is
He's gotta
worse
leave?
based on the financial decisions. No, I think he can stay, and I think he needs to go, "Hey, you know what? Maybe we do need someone to play defense. Maybe I can't
He
have
needs to pull
the
he
2
needs to pull
highest
like a
paid."
Tom Brady.
No, he
Yeah, I
needs
mean,
to hands off because he's been doing it and he's bad. He's a bad GM because he's like, I want my best friend to get paid and I want my best friend to get paid. And they're like, okay, we'll pay them because you're Joe Burrow. And then their defense is the worst defense in the history of the league. And it's like, baby boy, you do need linebackers. You do. You do need
I
a
think
pass
he
rush.
needs to. I think if once Stafford is done with the Rams and done playing, the Rams need to do everything in their power to get Joe Burrow to LA. I think that is the best way for him
He'll
to
go.
win. And I think that is the best thing to do for his like physical appearance, his mood, like just like being in the sunshine, like fashion, since he loves fashion. Like I think this is the perfect place for him. And then him and Jessica Alba can like really
Finally
become
be
an
together.
item.
I mean, we call Cincinnati the nasty. So
Yeah.
that's what
You
I was
remember that
growing up.
thing?
Yeah, they're
They would
doing
just
weird
like
ass shit with their chili.
instead of like a butterface, people would call girls a Bengal. And they'd be like, like nice uniform, ugly helmet.
That's brutal.
Brutal. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't, I'm not,
okay,
I just
okay.
want it to be known that I'm not calling them that. I just remember that was like a football-y term for butterface.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you for educating us.
Okay. Producer Daniel question is, what is the WBC? Why is the WBC? How is the WBC?
Where?
Sarah,
Can I throw in where
our
is the WBC?
resident baseball expert. What is
So
this? Why is this? And how is this?
The World Baseball Classic is basically like the actual World Series, an actual World Series tournament. It's 2 weeks, happens every 3 years. It is unlike the Olympics. It is, overseen by Major League Baseball, whereas the Olympics are overseen by the Olympic Committee. Usually in the Olympics, there's like 6 teams. In the World Baseball Classic, there's 20, I believe. There's 4 divisions of 5 teams. So right now we are just finishing up pool play, which means you everybody in your division, you play one time, and then the top 2 teams with the best record move on to the next round. So it's a very consolidated tournament.
I have a quick
We have a
question.
question.
I have
in
a quick
class.
question.
Uh-huh.
Who makes up these teams? If it's the World Baseball Classic, is there like a Team USA versus
Yes.
Team Japan?
Yes.
Yep.
Like how does that work?
So right now I think they're playing in Houston, Miami, Puerto Rico, and Japan, I believe,
Okay.
are the 4 locations. All of the teams are made up of current Major League Baseball players, sometimes former Major League Baseball players, like Didi Gregorius was on a team and he hasn't played in Major League Baseball in like 3 years. Up and coming minor league players, which was why this like high school student from Georgia struck out Aaron Judge last week.
It's like a 17-year-old.
Wow, yeah.
17.
That was cool.
And then, so like a lot of times it's players you've never heard of facing off against Shohei Ohtani. And it's kind of incredible. And so all the players, get to play for their home country. It's very much like the World Cup for soccer. Like if the World Cup, the World Cup is a bigger deal to soccer players than an Olympic gold medal. Does that make sense? So because it feels more like team pride, it's full of all the biggest professional players in the country. So it's like in the Olympics take place in the middle of the baseball season, which baseball hasn't been in the Olympics in a long time. It's coming back in 2026 or 2028, but it has not been in the Olympics for a really long time because in the Olympics, you can only play a sport if men and women can both play that sport. So men can't play softball, don't play professional softball, and women don't play professional baseball yet. It's all happening now. So now they're allowed to be back in the Olympics. So a lot of times players from like the Dodgers and the Cubs will not be on the Olympic team because they can't really take a break in the middle of the season. Their teams won't allow them to play in the middle of the season, blah, blah, blah. Yes, Megan.
Is there, I know you said there's like some satellite cities. Is there like a Final Four, like host city? Like, is there an Olympics Milan? Like, where will the finals be?
I don't know where the finals will be. I'm guessing Miami. It could be in like whatever team. Yeah, it could be in whatever the
The
last two.
championship game is scheduled for March 17th in Miami.
Okay. I know who the manager of the U.S. team is
You
based on
do?
my time on the MLB awards.
Yes.
Yes. It
Mark
is
DeRosa.
former Cubs great Mark DeRosa, a hunk in real life.
Mhm.
Loved
Very funny.
him. My Phillies Karen bit was during the World Baseball Classic team announcement. And so I did
Oh,
learn
So good.
I did learn a little bit about it. And then I saw today Cal Raleigh refused to like dap up one of his teammates, like his
Randy
Mariners
Arozarena.
teammate. Yeah.
Yes, and so there's like all this controversy because it's the second time players from the same team have tried to greet each other at home plate, and the catcher refused to shake hands. I will say that most of the time, the reason for that is because the batters have sticky stuff on their batting gloves. They have pine tar, and if a catcher daps them up or shakes their hand, they get that on their hands, which can get on the ball, which then the pitcher can be
illegal.
penalized for. So, like,
Are they trying to trick them?
sometimes
You think
it's
they're
a
trying to trick
way
them?
to try to trick the catcher into getting sticky stuff on his hand. So, yeah.
Okay.
So Cal
Real
Raleigh made the right
drama.
move, and I'm sure that Arozarena is just trying to be funny about it. I don't think that it's an actual controversy.
And final follow-up question from me is I really like it because it seems like, you know, for the Olympics, some guys just don't want to go. Like, it just doesn't matter to them. But this does feel like I see Shohei is playing. Like, all of these big stars want to go and represent their country.
Yes. So like Kike Hernandez even said that this is way bigger than the World Series for him. Like,
Is he
this
playing?
is-
Is he playing?
yes, he's
He
playing.
just had a baby. Like
He's
last week.
He's playing for Team Puerto Rico because that's where he's from, and all the Puerto Rican teams has their hair dyed like platinum blonde, so they're very fun. You can recognize the Puerto Rico team instantly. The Dominican team is insanely good. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be Dominican Republic, Japan, Venezuela, USA. I would venture to say.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the Dominican team is like Manny Machado, Juan Soto. Just like everybody.
Did you like that reel I sent you about there was like a little boy, he was like 2 doing batting practice, and then it was like Stitch incoming, and then it's a Dominican guy being like, send him to me for 1 year.
Yeah.
You don't need to call, you don't need to write. That's a Yankee. That's a Yankee. Like it was like a baby in Pampers, and this guy was like, get him. He kept going, get him to Santo Domingo. Get him to Santo Domingo.
Wow.
So funny.
That's going to be Cage. Cage is going to be a
I know.
professional.
That's why I
in some
sent it
sort
to
of sport.
Sarah. I said,
Yeah.
send Cage to the Dominican.
Yeah.
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 He would want to go. I think he wants to be a pitcher. So right now he could probably be a Dominican
He
pitcher.
could go to
right now.
Japan. He could go to Japan.
He's going to need to be a pitcher because he's not that good of a hitter.
Shots fired.
I mean, he's good. He just doesn't swing hard. Like, he doesn't swing the bat the whole way. Like, he
Yeah,
just like,
fair.
doesn't
Get there.
care.
The Dominican will fix that.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. At 6 years old, if you haven't gotten there, you're done. I'm just kidding.
And this is why Cage is going to be a professional.
Yes,
Because he has a
exactly.
mom like Sarah and a dad like Chris.
Hmm.
Okay, sports bitch. We do have a sort of like a group of sports bitches. The WNBA gals have not gotten a deal done. The CBA deadline passed
It's today.
either today.
It's
Okay, so we
today.
record this on Tuesday. So by the time this comes out tomorrow,
Mhm.
so where are we at?
Well, where we're at, today's the final deadline for the season to start on time. So they could still get a deal done after this, but that means the season will not start on time. They just give them what they want. Like it would be the biggest bag fumble in the history of, like, it's on such an upswing. I asked CJ last night, I go, is the NBA to blame a little bit? You know, because they're the parent
100%.
company. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, just give them. I think
Well, a lot of times too, it's the same owner. So it's like the people who own the Sparks also own the Lakers. You know what I mean? Or like these expansion teams in Philadelphia and Cleveland. Like these are people who own the 76ers and the Cavaliers. You know what I mean? The reason they're buying this team and expanding is because they see a profit margin. And all the women are asked, like the big thing that still has not come up is the revenue sharing portion. And obviously a revenue share is like they want a similar percentage to what NBA players have. They are not even close when it comes to that. And, the WNBA keeps saying, like, well, it's, the league loses money. And the players keep saying, so can you just show us where
And
it's
it
losing
didn't
money?
this past year.
And
it made money this past year.
Well, the problem is they are not being shown the financials. So they're just like, well, we want to know where it's losing money. If you're claiming poverty, we just want to see the paperwork.
Is it popcorn?
Like, no.
We'll start having popcorn.
Like why can't it just be transparent? I mean, obviously they're hiding something because they don't want to lose more money. These billionaires don't want to lose a bit, like their extra billion. It's just such bullshit.
It is. It's a lot.
Apparently there's progress. There has been like the players eventually came out with a letter being like, you can stop saying that we're all fighting each other, like the players fighting the players. Our main goal is us to be playing and us to be in front of our fans. So you can say whatever you want. We are resolute and we are united on that front, which to me says there's drama.
I also think that, Caitlin Clark keeps getting a lot of flack for not speaking up or not saying anything. I think that, the other portion of that is that she is not being asked to by the women who are in charge. Like
Kelsey Plum.
Nobody of the players who are on this negotiating committee are like, why isn't Caitlin Clark saying, like, and so for her, if she were to say something and like somehow get in the way or make them backpedal against the progress that they've made, like then it's even worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's staying out of it because that is the role that she has been asked to do, is stay out of it. So I think it's important that we give her grace and everybody stop acting like she has to be the speaker of the WNBA. She is not. There's a reason that she's not in the Players Association, that she has not been nominated, because she does not want to do that role. She does not feel like she is capable of doing that. So let her take a back seat and just shoot 3-pointers and be on USA Basketball.
There you go.
Great.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
That is our episode. Bon voyage, New Orleans, Meg. What are you going to do with that hat, Maggie?
I'm going to wear it to school pickup. I have signed on to be assistant coach of Conrad's new baseball team, the Cubs. And I think I'll probably wear it to the practices, just so the kids can find me.
I love that. I love that. And you holding one of those flags that like tour guides use. All right, guys, that is our episode. We'll be back next week. Love ya.
Aloha.
Bye, bitches.